Welcome to this week's review, which is a special review. It's a St. Louis Ray Double Corona from AEP 07. Which month in 07? October, wasn't it? AEP ENE 07. I was nowhere near it. January 07. It was part of our 3-year tasting test where 15 tasters from around the world have been trying these on a yearly basis. Around March we send them out and let them rest for 30 to 40 days, and we see how they're evolving over time. And if you go to Friends of Hermanos, if you go to the review section, you'll see just the lineal evolution of this cigar, the St. Louis Ray Double Corona from ENE 07. And today Kenny and I are tasting it. Aroma or cold?
It's lovely, that sort of sweet, leathery.
It's pungent.
Absolutely, yeah, it really is.
Dead set perfect draw.
Yeah, it's on the firmer side, but it's fine. Fine. Absolutely fine.
Do I have to taste it?
Just you look after your own, I'll look after mine.
We'll be back shortly as we get into the opening sections. Kenny, opening thoughts on the SLR?
It started extremely well. I am getting just the first vestiges of that stone fruit, if I may be allowed to say stone fruit. Which, for those who didn't see the thing on the forum, is basically fruit with stone, or sort of a kernel, say your peaches, plums, all that sort of stuff. Apricots, this tends to a little bit of apricot. Yourself?
I've got a hangover. I can't taste much at all, to be honest. I'm struggling on this one. I'm not getting much at all.
Oh, I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
You are? First third, Kenny.
Well, I'm loving it.
Why?
Why?
That's what I want to know. That's what the world wants to know, Ken. Why?
It's got that early stages of the apricot characters coming through, that stone fruit. I've got a box of 05s that I've been having a look at, and they're a bit variable, but when they're on, you get just oodles of this apricot and complexity and stuff. And to me, this one is well on its way. It still needs more time to get there. Medium bodied at most, this one. It's all in balance. It's really that lovely silky smooth with terrific flavours. Construction's fantastic. Has not put a foot wrong. That's why.
It was mild and insipid.
Nothing wrong with being mild.
No, but it was insipid. It's like paying top dollar for a lap dance and just going through the motions. I mean, it's just until about there, it's been poor. I would 84, 85, 83, 84, 82, 83.
I'm 10 points higher.
You're 10 points higher. I've just started getting a little bit of body. I've just started to get a little bit of that apricot. I'm just starting to get a little bit of that spice. So I'm a little bit more excited. But I was just about ready to pitch it, to be honest. I'll go a bit further. But I'm starting to enjoy it. We'll be back into the second, third. What wine are we drinking?
We are drinking the O'Leary Walker Reserve Shiraz, which they call the Claire. The cigar has continued, maybe even improved for me. I'm just loving it.
You're making this up, aren't you?
I'm not. I'm getting little hints of honey as well coming through. There's still that complexity and hints of stone fruit, and it's just this beautiful, silky, like smoking cashmere. It's just glorious. You're not enjoying yours?
Well, I thought it was coming good, but it hasn't. It's just really, it's just really pissing me off at this point.
I'm sitting on 94.
You're sitting on 94. I'm sitting at 85, 84, 85. I mean,
I've smoked a lot of SLR DCs over the years. I mean, almost as many as any other cigar, I reckon. And they are variable, and they are variable within the same box. And you'll look at two and they'll look identical, and one will be fabulous and one won't. And I'm assuming that's just what's happened today.
If it wasn't such a huge cigar, I mean, double Corona, I'm not a big double Corona Churchill sort of person, but do I have to suffer for this for 2 hours? I mean, crikey.
I'm loving it. I'm sitting here just loving it.
I know. I did get a little bit of honey. I got a little bit of apricot. It's disappeared now into the netherworld of mediocrity.
So silky smooth. Yet it's still got the concentration of flavours, and it's in balance, complexity.
Over the 3 years, that's the best one you've had?
Of this, I don't think I was all that chuffed last year from
Well,
memory.
it's the worst I've had over that period of time.
I've got a feeling that we weren't that impressed last year.
No.
Oh well, this is up there with the very good SLRs for me.
Well, you know, I can honestly say that this comes good in the last third. God, I'll go to church this weekend because I need something. It's a Lazarus type.
Can I just say one of the things I find with the SLR DC is they very rare, if they're not on, they don't really fire up in that last third. So I'd be surprised if you.
So you've had a 94 experience.
I reckon this is not. I'd happily put this 93, 94.
We'll be back in the last third.
I feel like lighting another one up immediately after this. This has been such a pleasure.
If you haven't worked out, I'm so happy for Ken.
That makes two of us.
Kenny, let's wrap this up. St. Louis Ray. St. Louis Ray.
Can we have another
Double
one after
Corona.
this?
No, I'm not having another one after this. I can honestly say that right now. I've been exceptionally disappointed. It has been probably the worst cigar I've had this year. Yes, there were hints of some comeback in the midsection there of some stone fruit, some honey, some coffee. Maybe it was a mirage because it disappeared as quick as it arrived. I've had nothing but mediocrity. It is certainly the worst cigar I've had this year. I'll rate this an 83 at this point in time.
I'm loving it. Of all the SLR DCs I've had this year, I've had one or two from my 05 stash that have been maybe peaked better than this, because what you're seeing here had developed more in the 05s than has in this 07. Even in the really good SLRs, by the time you get down to here in the DCs, you're often starting to get a bit of oomph, a bit of grunt that sometimes doesn't fit, doesn't balance. None of that here. This has just been an immaculate cigar from start to finish. This is an absolute solid 94, and I reckon I'm being conservative.
That's the best cigar of the three you've tried from this series of 3-year tastings.
From memory, I don't think we were all that excited about either of the first two. And
mine's the worst. Yours is the best.
Well, I was disappointed because I know how good SLR DCs can be, and this is one. This is just seriously heaven on earth. I'm just loving. This is one of the better cigars I've had this year.
There you go, gents.
In fact, 94. I'd go 95 plus. I'm just loving this.
There you go, gents. You're confused. I'm confused. He's happy. So, and this is a classic case of what Cuban cigars are: brilliance and pitiful. And we all want to get that as opposed to this.
This is by far the most variation we've had
this
in
year.
a video
this year.
that I can think of.
Certainly this year.
I just wanted to add a tiny bit. We didn't really. The purpose of this whole exercise is the evolution of cigars, and this has such a future, and will only get better and better for years to come. Now I know that I don't think yours is going to would have turned around and recovered in any time. I think once it's a dog, and once a dog, always a dog. But for me, it just showed these cigars have the good ones have absolute potential for a very long time. And
I'm grumpy today. Honestly, that was just a pitiful waste of my time. Today I took a hit. I took a bad hit today.
Better you than me.
Yeah, because Christ, I'd never hear the end of it if it was the other way around. Right, I can tell you that right now. I was working out.
Maybe there is a God.
I was working and had a few too many last night.
Do you think it might taste better if you weren't still pissed?
No.
I figured there was something wrong with you because you haven't bagged my clothes once. And you've only taken one photo of the spiders.
Hobo chic. It's got holes all through it.
I have.
Seriously.
I have. It's been patched a million times. It's one of those things I like.
I've come across fishing net debris on beaches that
Where do you think I found it?
Ken, second, third. Thoughts? Has it kept up?
First of all, I'd like to say hi to Smithy, and I hope you enjoyed those 40 minutes of soundless video that...
Smithy, you're a professional, Smithy. You'll take that in your stride. I really haven't been as bored since the last time I went to Sunday church. This has been...
Sorry, it's just that you've been trying to fix the thing. We've been sitting here for 10 minutes while Mr. Technology plays.
You went to do a crap, and then you started reading a magazine article and forgot I was here.
Well, it's more interesting than coming back talking to you.